I really didn't know my age. I knew it was winter when it snowed. I knew when it was summer is when it's hot. I really wanted to go to school, but I was locked up in the house.
There are 40 million people around the globe who are trafficked at any given moment. They are being held in forced labor, making bricks in brick kilns, fishing on fishing vessels. They are being held in domestic servitude. They are being held in forced prostitution, and children are being held in commercial sexual exploitation.
I was trafficked from Cameroon to the United States from age 9 till 17, no school, cooking and cleaning, taking care of 2 kids. She did not only force me to work at such a young age, but she also physically and mentally abused me. When I got out of the situation, my trafficker was looking for me. There was threat that my family member was going to be killed back home. It's a long road to freedom.
Strategic litigation is a path for survivors to see their day in court. The Human Trafficking Legal Center is focused on connecting survivors with pro bono attorneys. The federal government was simply not prosecuting the cases, and therefore the only way that survivors could have access to justice was through the civil remedy. But litigation is incredibly expensive, and so without access to free lawyers, survivors of forced labor in particular had no path to justice. We have built up those cases, built up that network, and now we see over 1,000 civil cases have been filed.
It was a long process. If I didn't have a pro bono lawyer, I don't think I probably would have been able to go through it.
We are never going to prosecute our way out of human trafficking. We have worked so hard to find creative solutions, innovative solutions. What are the ones in yellow? Why are these in yellow?
The ones in yellow are the ones that I updated post 2023. So when me and Ashlyn merged the data.
We maintain a database of every federal civil case that's been filed.
And we use that database to try and identify trends, to try and develop evidence-based strategy that is a reflection of what's actually happening on the ground.
When the workers that produce the clothes we wear, the automobiles we ride, the food that we consume around the world are held in conditions of forced labor, we want to hold the corporations accountable, we want to hold the governments accountable. We can use trade sanctions, specifically import bans, to block goods from entering the US market. The Human Trafficking Legal Center joined a coalition of 9 other organizations to file a petition to block cotton linked to the Uyghur region in China because of the systematic nature of forced labor there.
Thousands and millions of shipments are entering the United States.
In 2021, the US government issued first broad region-wide import ban ever issued by US Customs and Border Protection against all cotton and cotton products linked to the Uyghur region in China. What we're shifting is the power dynamic in this space.
The world that we are fighting for is a world without human trafficking, a world where the survivors have voices and the survivors have power.
True freedom for a survivor of trafficking is economic empowerment.
I think it makes sense to add people who are on their own.
Yeah, we want it to be fair for everyone. The Harriet Tubman Fellowship Program is to help survivors of forced labor to obtain whatever certificate program they want to grow in their career. This was a dream that I had 10 years ago. I always told myself if there was a program like Harriet Tubman Fellowship, I would have become the president of Cameroon, which is still a possibility. Thanks, Agatha.
Thank you.
All right. With the support and the help from my amazing colleague at the Human Trafficking Legal Center, we were able to create a program to fulfill that dream.
I now recognize Ms. Chumbow for 5 minutes.
Prevention, protection, proper investigation are important when addressing all forms of trafficking. The reason I keep fighting because I really don't want any other person to go through what I went or other survivors of trafficking has gone because it's horrible, especially in the land of free. I still just remember that little girl. I was free back in my country. Being a survivor to me is everything. It means resilient. It means powerful. I've survived all these things that would have brought me down. I survived all these things that would have made me hate the world or hate people. But beyond that, it made me even stronger and more, braver, and also want to just go back and help other folks that are in the same situation that I've been in.